Chapter 11 Iceberg Beauty. The next day, Lin Shen got up at 6:30. He took a shower to make himself refreshed and ready to welcome Yang Zihon's arrival. The interview time Lin Shen specified on the platform was 8 o'clock. After doing all this, Lin Shen glanced at his phone and the time displayed was 7:50. I went to the first floor and sat on the sofa and brushed my teeth for a while. When the time reached 8 o'clock sharp, the doorbell rang. The time they agreed to meet was 8 o'clock, and Yang Zihon rang the doorbell at exactly 8 o'clock. What a punctual man! Lin Shen muttered to himself as he went to open the door. Pulling the door inward, a beautiful face like an iceberg appeared in Lin Shen's eyes. Yang Zihon wore a blue halter dress with floral patterns, revealing her white arms and neck, which shone brightly in the sun. The curve of her collarbone was so perfect and charming. It can be admired from a distance but not touched, as if it were a fine work of art. Lin Shen was stunned for a moment. "Are you Mr. Lin?" Yang Zihon's voice reached Lin Shen's ears. The voice is clear and pleasant, without the coldness of its appearance. Yes, I am." Lin Shen came back to his senses, his face slightly reddened, and he turned sideways and said, "Please come in." Yang Zihon walked into the house. As she walked past Lin Shen, the latter smelled the faint scent of lavender on her. Lin Shen subconsciously closed his eyes and took a deep breath. He closed the door and pulled himself out of his trance. The two sat opposite each other on the U-shaped sofa. Yang Zihon sat upright, looking at Lin Shen with her watery eyes. The two looked at each other for about a minute without saying anything. Then Lin Shen remembered that he was the employer and should speak first. "So I asked, do you have a boyfriend?" Lin Shen regretted asking this question, as this question existed in his subconscious mind. Oops, why am I asking this question? She won't be angry. What Lin Shen expected did not happen. Yang Zihon did not hesitate at all. "No, never." The voice was neither humble nor arrogant, but very calm. Hearing Yang Zihon's answer, Lin Shen nodded. Then the room fell silent again. After about 3 minutes, Lin Shen said, "Let me show you around my house." Lin Shen stood up and Yang Zihon followed him. "This is the kitchen. This is a restaurant. This is the meeting room." Lin Shen took Yang Zihon around the house, and then returned to the sofa, still sitting opposite each other. "Miss Yang, are you satisfied with me?" Lin Shen asked this question. When Yang Zihon heard this question, she was a little confused for a moment and tilted her head slightly. Lin Shen immediately waved his hands. No, don't misunderstand my meaning. I'm asking you, are you satisfied with me as your employer and this family? If you are satisfied, I would like to test your work ability first. If you don't like it, I won't force you." Yang Zihon understood what was said. She glanced at Lin Shen and felt a little more favorable towards the handsome man sitting opposite her. Nannies don't choose their working environment or employer, as long as the employer pays them. Very few people ask for the nanny's opinion like Lin Shen did. Yang Zihon looked at Lin Shen and thought, what a gentle person he is. "I love it here, I can get tested." Hearing this answer, Lin Shen breathed a sigh of relief and said with a smile, "As long as you like it, let's clean up first." Yang Zihon nodded, and without waiting for Lin Shen to tell her where the cleaning tools were, she went straight to the tool room. What a good memory! Lin Shen sighed. He really wanted to see Yang Zihon at work, but after thinking about it, he felt that it was unnecessary. If he watched her work without blinking, it would bring pressure to her. He was not the kind of employer who would be picky. Lin Shen sat on the sofa and casually watched short videos. Time passed quickly and 2 hours went by in a flash. Yang Zihon's voice came. "Kindness." Lin Shen looked up at Yang Zihon. At this time, Yang Zihon's face was flushed, and her icy face seemed to be sprinkled with the sunset. "I'm done." Lin Shen was shocked. He immediately looked around. Something happened to his surprise. Wherever you look, there is sparkle. The ground was spotless and the air was fresh because of the air freshener. Lin Shen walked through the entire villa and found that there was no dust anywhere. This discovery shocked him. Her ability is too strong. "Mr. Lin, are you satisfied with my work?" Lin Shen blurted out, his joy evident in his expression. Hearing Lin Shen say this, Yang Zihon nodded slightly, still without smiling. However, Lin Shen saw a hint of smile in the depths of her eyes. When the work you do is recognized by others, you will feel a great sense of satisfaction in your heart. To transform the entire house into this in just 2 hours is simply unbeatable. Lin Shen praised again. Thank you for the compliment. Lin Shen said with a smile. Ms. Yang, I saw your resume and you are good at cooking, right? Yes, I specialize in all 8 cuisines. It's almost lunchtime, please cook me a meal. Make 8 dishes, 1 representative dish from each cuisine. Do you think it's okay? Okay, let's add WeChat and I'll transfer the money to you. The two added each other on WeChat. Lin Shen directly transferred 10,000 yuan to Yang Zihon. Mr. Lin, this is too much. It's okay. You don't have to worry about the price of the ingredients. As long as it improves the taste, it doesn't matter how expensive it is. If you don't have enough money, tell me. Yang Zihon nodded after hearing this. It takes a lot of ingredients to make 8 dishes. Can you carry them all by yourself? I'll go with you. No need, Mr. Lin, I can do it. I was in the martial arts club when I was in college, and I'm quite confident in my strength. Lin Shen looked at Yang Zihon and felt that she didn't look like someone who had practiced martial arts at all. Well, I won the national championship by chance. National champion? Lin Shen was shocked when he heard this. The national championship is not something that can be won by luck. Let alone the championship, even being in the top 10 requires tremendous strength. There is no such thing as luck. This woman is not simple. Mr. Lin, I'll go buy some groceries then. After Yang Zihon left the house, Lin Shen immediately entered the keywords Yang Zihon and martial arts champion into the internet for search. The next second, the search results came out, with news that Yang Zihon won the national martial arts competition and a video of the finals was attached. Lin Fan clicked on it to watch the video. 5 minutes later, Lin Shen was in a daze. Lin Shen swallowed his saliva. He had just put himself in the perspective of Yang Zihon's opponent and came to a conclusion. If she hit me like this, I would die. Chapter 12 Yang Zihon's Cooking Skills. An hour and a half later, the doorbell rang and Lin Shen went to open the door. Yang Zihon was holding a big bag in each hand, both filled with food. Give it to me. Lin Shen took the bag from Yang Zihon's left hand and accidentally touched the latter's hand. As soon as he touched Yang Zihon's hand, a slight coolness passed into Lin Shen's fingers, and there was a hint of softness in the slight coolness. Lin Shen immediately moved his hand away and took the bag accurately. His heart was pounding. Yang Zihon didn't notice the subtle change in Lin Shen's expression and said, "Thank you." The two went to the kitchen together. There was a marble table in the kitchen. Yang Zihon put the ingredients on the table and took out her mobile phone. Mr. Lin, these ingredients cost a total of 8,640 yuan. I'll transfer the remaining money to you. No need to transfer it. I'll use the money as errand fees. It's not easy for you to buy so many things. Yang Zihon was slightly surprised when she heard Lin Shen's words, and then said, "No, this money is too much, I can't accept it." "Don't refuse. This amount of money is not even change to me. Just take it." Seeing Lin Shen's insistent expression, Yang Zihon nodded, "Okay, I'll take the money, thank you." Lin Shen smiled and waved his hand. "Mr. Lin, let me introduce you to the dishes we are going to make." Lin Shen sat down at the table, and Yang Zihon sat opposite him and began to introduce. "The 8 dishes I'm going to make are Sichuan's boiled cabbage, Fujian's Buddha jumps over the wall, Shandong's jar meat, Cantonese's baked crispy Australian lobster with French herb sauce, Zhejiang's longjing shrimp, Jiangsu's lion's head, Hune's chopped pepper fish head, and Anhui's braised civet cat." "Wow! It makes me drool," Lin Shen said with a smile. The reason why the ingredients cost more than 8,000 is because they are all top quality. Yang Zihon explained. Lin Shen waved his hand. "You don't need to explain. Didn't I tell you before we went shopping? The ingredients must be good. Money is not a problem." "Then, Mr. Lin, I will start cooking." "Okay," Lin Shen nodded, then said, "Can I watch it for a while?" "Sure." Lin Shen wanted to see what Yang Zihon looked like when she cooked. He had never dared to imagine that such a beautiful woman would cook for him before. Yang Zihon put on a blue striped Oxford cloth apron that came with the kitchen, which was very similar in color to her skirt. Then she took out a light blue hairband to tie her hair up, and washed her hands with her back to Lin Shen. Lin Shen could clearly see Yang Zihon's figure, which was no less beautiful than those Miss Universes. "It also looks good with the hair tied up." Lin Shen looked at Yang Zihon with a smile. After washing her hands, Yang Zihon put the ingredients on the workbench, picked up the kitchen knife in her right hand, and held a cucumber in her left hand. The image of Yang Zehon's right hand rising and falling rhythmically flashed in Lin Xian's eyes. The knife skills are amazing, Lin Xian exclaimed in his heart. None of the chefs on TV's food shows have better knife skills than Yang Zehon. Lin Xian has a deeper understanding of Yang Zehon. While Lin Xian was thinking, Yang Zehon had already cut the cucumber slices. Lin Xian was surprised again when he saw the sliced cucumber. The cucumber slices are extremely thin and light. My God, the knife skills are amazing. Yang Zehon had no idea what Lin Xian was thinking. She concentrated on following the steps steadily and completely immersed herself in the cooking state. Just like that, under Lin Xian's personal witness, Yang Zehon brought the prepared dishes one by one to the rosewood round table in the dining room. Finally, 8 dishes were placed in front of Lin Xian. Looking at the 8 dishes in front of him that exuded tempting colors and aromas, Lin Xian said with a smile, "They look very appetizing." Yang Zehon placed a set of bowls and chopsticks in front of Lin Xian and said, "Please enjoy." After saying that, she stood upright aside, having taken off her blue apron. Lin Xian nodded and picked up the chopsticks. There was still a trace of Yang Zehon's palm temperature on the chopsticks. Lin Xian used a little force to hold the chopsticks and feel her temperature. He picked up a lion's head and took a bite. As the aroma filled his mouth, Lin Xian's expression became extremely excited, as if the dish he was eating had Li Minghua's seasoning in it, but he knew that Yang Zehon did not add this seasoning. Lin Xian looked at Yang Zehon and gave her a thumbs up. Yang Zehon smiled faintly after seeing this. This smile made Lin Xian stunned for a moment, as if an electric current was flowing through his whole body. What is stunning beauty? That's it. This smile made Lin Xian stunned and he swallowed his saliva. Mr. Lin, what's wrong with you? Yang Zehon regained her icy expression and asked. Oh, nothing, I was just distracted. Yang Zehon didn't think too much. Afterwards, Lin Xian turned around and continued eating. He felt that these dishes were particularly delicious, and he felt much better after eating. After eating, Lin Xian said to Yang Zehon, "You are not only qualified, but also excellent. I am very satisfied with you. Would you like to come to work for me?" Looking at the smiling Lin Xian, Yang Zehon nodded and said, "Please take good care of me in the future." Lin Xian smiled and nodded. Afterwards, Yang Zehon cleaned up the table and the two signed a labor contract. "Mr. Lin, I have to go home first and get my luggage." Lin Xian smiled as he saw Yang Zehon out and gave her the spare key. When Yang Zehon left his sight, Lin Xian's calm expression finally couldn't hold back and he smiled. "From now on, she will live with me. Am I dreaming?" Lin Xian pinched his face lightly. "I'm not dreaming, this is real." Lin Xian danced with joy, played a dynamic DJ music on his mobile phone, performed the second set of National Middle School students' radio gymnastics, and performed a set of military boxing. He can't dance any other way. After doing exercises and boxing, Lin Xian sweated a little and took a shower. Then he started searching for a good kitchen knife on the internet. Lin Xian felt that the 500 yuan kitchen knife in his own kitchen was too cheap and was not worthy of Yang Zehon's knife skills. After some searching, Lin Xian took a fancy to a kitchen knife. A Hundertmesser 2010 of the German company Nesmach. This kitchen knife is known as the knife of the century and is a top-quality kitchen knife made entirely by hand. The blade itself is forged from 640 layers of Damascus steel. The length of the blade is about 18 centimeters, and the blade is made of black fine carbon steel. Although fine carbon steel is not a particularly hard steel, it has quite good toughness. Good toughness can absorb the energy generated during chopping without breaking the blade. The blade of this knife is only 0.8 microns thick, much thinner than a hair. The handle is hand-carved from 5,000-year-old bog oak and adorned with a platinum collar set with 25 diamonds. Lin Xian felt that the price was acceptable. After all, it was such a powerful knife. So he placed an order on the official website and paid 610,000 yuan. A knife like this is worthy of her. The image of Yang Zehon using the knife smoothly and effortlessly appeared in Lin Xian's mind. Chapter 13. You know a lot. Time passed quickly and it was almost 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Ring 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 tilde tilde. The doorbell rang. Lin Xian sat up from the sofa in the living room on the first floor in a daze. He had just fallen asleep after buying a kitchen knife. I walked to the door and looked through the door mirror to see dozens of people standing outside. Only then did Lin Xian remember something. Oh yeah, didn't I buy over 20 million worth of double color ball lottery tickets yesterday? These people are the owners of those lottery stations. They are quite punctual. Lin Shen opened the door. The 36 people outside the door saw Lin Shen appear and bowed to him at the same time. Regardless of age, there was a hint of respect on their faces. Who dares to disrespect? This is Dowley's official residence. This is where the rich or noble live. Ordinary people like them will never be able to live in such a house in their lifetime. No, even in 10 lifetimes. These people came early and felt extremely happy just strolling around here. When these 36 people met, they found out that they were all in the same industry. After a brief exchange, they were shocked to find that the young man living at number 299 had bought all the numbers in the double color ball lottery. Everyone was shocked when they got this answer. It was just 5:40 when these people arrived at Lin Shen's door. They didn't dare to knock on the door for fear of angering Lin Shen. After discussing with each other using lip language, they decided to wait until 6 o'clock to knock on the door. Lin Shen noticed that each of them was holding a large cardboard box in their hands, and knew that it contained lottery tickets. At this time, the white-haired old man who owned the first lottery shop he visited yesterday said cautiously, "Sir, do you need us to help you move in?" Lin Shen took a few steps back. The 36 people looked at each other and did not enter immediately. Instead, they put down the cardboard box and each took out a pair of disposable shoe covers and put them on their feet. Seeing this, Lin Shen didn't say anything. The poor are especially humble when facing the rich. After everyone put on their shoe covers and lined up to enter, they couldn't help but sigh. They had never seen such beautiful decoration on TV. It was magnificent with a touch of nobility and elegance. These two elements were everywhere. For a moment, they didn't know where to look. They placed the boxes neatly according to where Lin Shen pointed, then retreated with reluctant eyes, looking unsatisfied. "Thank you for your door-to-door delivery," Lin Shen said with a smile. Everyone waved their hands and said you're welcome. Lin Shen was about to close the door when the white-haired old man spoke up. "Well, excuse me, buying all the double color ball numbers is bound to be a losing business. Why did you do this? It's okay if you don't want to answer." As soon as this question was raised, everyone else looked at Lin Shen. They also wanted to ask this question. For fun. Lin Shen's answer left everyone confused. "Yeah, just for fun. I want to experience the feeling of winning the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth prizes at the same time. Is that weird?" Lin Shen looked bewildered, not understanding why they were curious about this. The experience of winning these prizes only cost less than 7 million, what a value. 36 people were silent. No, it's more of a shock than silence. They were extremely shocked. They had never met such a person before, let alone met him, they had never even heard of him. Lost so much money, just for fun? Any other questions? Lin Shen asked. Lin Shen closed the door. Everyone looked at each other, and saw the shock in everyone else's eyes. Is this the life of rich people? It's really cool. They were very envious and made a wish in their hearts. They hoped that they could be reborn into such a family in their next life. Lin Shen looked at the 36 boxes and nodded. Over 10 million lottery tickets. What a spectacle! As he was sighing, the doorbell rang again. Aren't there any problems with them? Next second, a faint fragrance came from in front of Lin Shen. She looks familiar. It's Yang Zihon. Lin Shen looked up and saw Yang Zihon with an icy expression. The latter's blue floral dress immediately brought back memories of a few hours ago. Yang Zihon called out softly, "You are here, come in." Lin Shen reached out and took the pink 20-inch trolley case on the left side of Yang Zihon's body and was about to pick it up. Before Yang Zihon could finish her words, Lin Shen felt as if struck by lightning. "It hurts." His waist was in pain because of the sudden excessive force and strong stimulation in a short period of time. "My waist." Lin Shen bent down instantly, cold sweat oozing from his face. Yang Zihon squatted down and supported Lin Shen's right shoulder. "Just now I wanted to remind you that the box is heavy." Lin Shen smiled bitterly when he heard this. "Now I know, I didn't expect a girl's suitcase to be so heavy. All my makeup comes in glass bottles." There was a hint of apology in Yang Zihon's eyes. "Mr. Lin, let me rub your waist for you." "Ah." Lin Shen didn't react for a moment and asked softly. Yang Zihon helped him up, moved him to the sofa little by little, and let him lie down. "Mr. Lin, my martial arts master knows how to massage and set bones. Whenever I get hurt, she always gives me massage treatment." As Yang Zihon spoke, she lifted up Lin Shen's white t-shirt and began to massage his waist. "The pain may be a bit intense, please bear with it. Lin Xian was mentally prepared. Next second, Yang Zihong pressed hard on Lin Xian's waist, causing him to cry out in pain and sweat even more. Then Yang Zihong continued to press, and Lin Xian was about to shout, but found that his waist was no longer painful. What is going on? Doesn't it hurt anymore? Is it because I'm in pain and can't feel anything? Countless thoughts instantly arose in Lin Xian's mind. At this time, Yang Zihong's voice came from behind. Mr. Lin, you have a soft tissue injury in your waist, commonly known as a sprain. I'll use some pressure, kneading, pinching, and pressing to relieve the muscle spasm in your waist. I see. I didn't expect you know so much. My senior sisters and junior sisters would occasionally twist their waists or other parts of their bodies. After Master taught me, I also helped Master treat them. Oh, I see. Lin Xian's voice has returned to normal. 5 minutes later, Yang Zihong put down Lin Xian's shirt. Mr. Lin, try sitting up and see if it still hurts. Hearing this, Lin Xian slowly sat up cautiously. As his body rose higher, he was surprised to find that his waist didn't hurt anymore. Lin Xian stood up and walked a few steps, then quickly did a few squats without feeling the slightest bit of discomfort. He looked at Yang Zihong and said admiringly, "You are amazing." Yang Zihong shook her head. Mr. Lin, you were injured because of me. If only I had warned you earlier, or if I had carried the suitcase myself from beginning to end, it would have been better. No, it's not your fault. It's my fault. I took the initiative to reach out and take it. I underestimated the weight of the suitcase. I thought a 20-inch suitcase wouldn't weigh much. After saying that, Lin Xian smiled slightly. Seeing that Lin Xian didn't blame her, Yang Zihong breathed a sigh of relief, then asked, Mr. Lin, what's in these boxes? Oh, it's a lottery ticket. It contains all the numbers for the double color ball. Chapter 14 Valuable Life Lessons. All the numbers in the double color ball. Even the calm Yang Zihong raised her voice a little. Well, I want to experience the feeling of winning the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth prizes at the same time, so I bought these lottery tickets. Miss Yang, come watch the lottery draw with me and witness this moment together. Yang Zihong nodded, okay. Now Lin Xian is her employer. Theoretically, she should meet any request as long as it is not extremely excessive. She was surprised by this incident for a while but then returned to normal. The way rich people think is different from ordinary people like her. The tricks and techniques they use are beyond the imagination of ordinary people. Lin Xian sat next to Yang Zihong, turned on the 70-inch 4K TV, and tuned to the lottery draw channel. It is now 21:10, and there are 5 minutes left until the prize draw. Although he already knew that he would win the prize, Lin Xian was still a little nervous and expectant. This feeling was just like when he was in school and used information sharing to get test answers from classmates. When the teacher announced the scores, he already knew the results, but he still had a vague feeling of anticipation before the announcement. Time passed quickly and 5 minutes went by in a flash. Two hosts, a man and a woman, appeared on the TV screen. The two men bowed deeply to the camera, and then the male host standing on the left side of the screen picked up the microphone and said, "Hello everyone, this is the lottery results announcement. I am the host, Li Jun." Female host, "Hello everyone, I am the host Qi Wenyo." Male host, "The person who notarized us today is from the Wendy Notary Office in Beijing." The camera turned to the notary office staff, two middle-aged men wearing glasses, nodding slightly with serious expressions. Male host, "Today is the 95th draw of the Welfare Lottery Double Color Ball 2021. The current prize pool for the Double Color Ball is 721,827,132 yuan. Let's take a look at the betting amount for this draw. The betting amount for this draw is 382,276,564 yuan. Next, we will enter our lottery drawing. We still follow the old rules and shake out our red ball first. Please start. After that, the lottery machine filled with red balls started to start, and the red balls inside flew up and down. About 5 seconds later, a red ball fell. The first red ball, number 31. The second red ball, number 8. The third red ball, number 15. The fourth red ball, number 7. The fifth red ball, number 9. The sixth red ball, number 10. Male host, okay, let's shake out the blue ball for this period. The camera turns to the lottery machine with blue balls. The blue balls in the lottery machine flew up and down. A blue ball falls out and rolls to the finish line in a transparent bucket. The male host's voice remains steady. Okay, the blue ball for this period is number 1. Congratulations to the lottery players who won. After seeing the lottery results, Lin Shen turned off the TV, stood up from the sofa, and began to open boxes one by one to look for the lottery ticket with the winning numbers. The two men opened the 36 boxes one by one. This process lasted 3 hours. Eventually, the two found all the lottery tickets with the winning numbers. Looking at the stack of winning lottery tickets on the table surrounded by the sofa, Lin Shen was very happy. He finally fulfilled his childhood dream. When he was young, he always envied those people who won the lottery on TV. He also wanted to be like them, win the lottery and get a huge prize, and then use the prize to live a carefree life, buy whatever he wanted, go wherever he wanted, without having to worry about anyone's face. Now, Lin Shen's last dream has come true. He has achieved financial freedom. Now he uses the Krypton Gold technique to fulfill his childhood dream of winning the lottery. It turns out that only with money can dreams come true. Thank you, Lin Shen said as he looked at Yang Zihon, whose forehead and neck were covered with sweat. You're welcome. By the way, I haven't told you where your room is yet. Come with me. Yang Zihon picked up the suitcase and followed Lin Shen. This time, Lin Shen did not volunteer to help Yang Zihon carry the suitcase. He felt ashamed that no girl had the strength to do it. No, I can't stay this week. When I get skill points in the future, I must put more of them into physical fitness. Of course, I also have to go to the gym and do some exercise. Lin Shen led Yang Zihon to the second floor and pointed to the second bedroom adjacent to the master bedroom and said, "You will live here from now on. Also, there are 2 bathrooms in the house, 1 on each floor. You can use whichever bathroom you want later." Clear. Yang Zihon entered the room carrying a suitcase. Lin Shen went downstairs, put the winning lottery tickets in his pocket, and threw the remaining lottery tickets into the recycling bin outside in boxes. After doing all this, Lin Shen ordered a Monkey King mask online and went directly to the bathroom on the first floor. The fatigue of the day was greatly relieved by the hot water, and Lin Shen felt very comfortable. After taking a shower, Lin Shen came out wearing a white bathrobe. Just as he was about to go upstairs, he heard footsteps coming from the second floor. Lin Shen walked towards the door and then turned around. He saw a beautiful scene. Yang Zihon was wearing a light pink gauze bathrobe, her hair was wet, and her pair of beautiful, white long legs were as flawless as fine jade. The slightest trace of the groove made Lin Shen's breathing heavier. At this time, Yang Zihon, who had just come out of the bathroom, also heard the noise downstairs and stopped to look down. The two looked at each other. "Mr. Lin, you just finished taking a shower too. Well, are you satisfied with the bathroom?" "I'm very satisfied. This is the most gorgeous bathroom I've ever been in." "Oh, as long as you are satisfied." Lin Shen had too many thoughts in his mind at the moment and didn't know what to say. "Mr. Lin, if you don't have anything for me to do, I'll go back to my room and change my clothes." It's okay. Go back to the room. I'll call you if anything happens." Yang Zihon walked into the house. Lin Shen clearly saw the curves of Yang Zihon's body. "Luckily my bathrobe is very roomy, otherwise it would be embarrassing." Lin Shen muttered to himself in a low voice. Back in the master bedroom, the moment Lin Shen closed his eyes, he thought of the erotic scene that had just happened, and he couldn't forget it for a long time. "Ah, no. I'll lose sleep if I keep going like this." Lin Shen felt his head was hot, his face was burning, and his body kept rolling from side to side. After tossing and turning for half the night, I finally fell asleep. He had a beautiful dream. In the dream, there were tulle, long skirts, and white legs. At 6 o'clock the next morning, Yang Zihon got up and prepared to go to the kitchen wearing a light purple suspender dress. At this time, she heard the sound of water running in the laundry room. When she walked over, she found that the door was not closed. She looked inside and saw Lin Shen washing something. "Mr. Lin." Yang Zihon called out softly, and Lin Shen immediately shuddered and looked at her in panic. "Are you doing laundry? This is the job I should do, so I'll do it." No. Need not," Lin Shen said in great panic. Yang Zihon was confused, then seemed to understand something, and her facial expression remained normal. "I can also wash your underwear. Don't be shy. This is my job." No, other clothes are fine, but forget about this. I can wash it myself. It's really not necessary." Seeing Lin Shen's insistence, Yang Zehon had no choice but to nod. Afterwards, Yang Zehon made breakfast for Lin Shen. At Lin Shen's insistence, Yang Zehon sat at the table and ate together. At 8:30, the mask ordered by Lin Shen arrived. After signing for it, he told Yang Zehon what he wanted to eat for lunch, then took the mask and took a taxi to the Welfare Lottery Redemption Center. The driver was a middle-aged man wearing glasses. After hearing where Lin Shen was going, he congratulated him. "Sir, congratulations on winning the grand prize." After hearing the congratulations, Lin Shen smiled and scanned the code to transfer 1,000 yuan. "Master, after deducting the taxi fare, the remaining amount is a red envelope for you. I can't let you congratulate me for nothing." The man didn't expect Lin Shen to do this, and hurriedly thanked him. Thank you for your expense." The driver smiled with a smug smile and said, "Actually, I've won a big prize too." "Oh? How much did you win?" Lin Shen became curious. "A full 8 million. The driver made an 8 gesture with his right hand. "That's quite a lot." "Yes." The driver's eyes gradually dimmed at this point, "but I didn't make good use of this fortune that I gained through luck. My hometown is a small county town. After winning the lottery, I felt so elated and thought I was a successful person. Thus began the wandering journey." Lin Shen became even more curious and asked, "How do you do that?" "I bought an Audi A6 and went to the club every day. Within a week, I had experienced all the technicians in the county town. I felt it was too boring to stay in the small county town, so I went to find a technician in the city, driving there every morning and returning home in the evening. That was a wonderful time." At this point, the driver's face showed an expression of fond memories. "Later, I became more and more promiscuous. Within a month, all the technicians in the city knew me. I made a booklet for them, which recorded each of their techniques and their unique skills. I also gave them scores and made a table, sorting them from highest to lowest." Hearing this, Lin Shen smiled and said, "Master, you are quite rigorous." "Of course. I've used real money to gain this experience. Without a genuine investigation, I have no right to speak. I'm also helping my fellow men to clear minefields and help them avoid them. Indeed, what you did has benefited many people." Lin Shen felt that although this driver seemed to have a dissolute heart, he had thoroughly exposed the technician's unrealistic charging behavior through his own field investigation. He was a warrior. Lin Shen thought of a poem by Lu Yu. "What you learn from books is always shallow, you must practice it yourself to truly understand it." This driver explored the truth through his practical actions, which is commendable and respectable. Yes, this incident gave me a great sense of accomplishment. It can also be considered as a good deed. Later, my wife couldn't stand me anymore and left me with our daughter. At that time, I was driven by a sense of mission and felt that I had to leave something behind in my life. What I wanted to leave behind was this form. After that, I drove my Audi A6 and started my exploration. I first went to several nearby cities. It didn't take long to complete the survey. 7 months later, I had completed the survey of the entire province. Then I went to other provinces, but just when I was full of confidence and prepared to make a list of technicians around the world, my health deteriorated. After going to the hospital for a checkup, the doctor said I could only live a life without desires, and even taking sea dog pills wouldn't help. At this point, the driver's expression turned gloomy. Lin Shen was also in a heavy mood. Not long after, the driver's demeanor returned to normal. He smiled and said, "After I got sick, I didn't believe in superstitions. I spent a lot of money on treatment, but it was no use. I finally started drinking to drown my sorrows. Later, I heard that my wife and daughter were in Shanghai, so I pulled myself together and went there. I knelt down and kowtowed to my wife and begged for her forgiveness. Now I live a peaceful life with my wife, daughter, and her current boyfriend." After hearing what the driver said, Lin Shen sighed a little and let out a long sigh. "Alas, things are unpredictable. But master, don't be discouraged. As the saying goes, there are always talented people in every generation. You must believe that one day someone will fulfill your dream." After hearing Lin Shen's words, the driver nodded and said, "Yes, there will definitely be someone who can complete my unfinished work. I look forward to that day. Young man, we are almost there, and I want to tell you a life lesson from my own experience. Never believe what the club says about the technicians, and don't just go to a technician because someone says they're good. Instead, you should walk around more, look around more, and judge the quality of the technicians through your own observation." Hearing this, Lin Xian smiled solemnly and said, "I'm grateful for your advice." "Oh, you don't have to be so formal." "No," Lin Xian waved his hand, still looking serious. "A teacher is someone who teaches, accepts students, and resolves doubts. The ancients believed that a single word could be a teacher. Today, you have shared such valuable life experience, which has saved me from making mistakes in society in the future. I am only grateful to you." After hearing what Lin Xian said, the driver smiled and said nothing. "Arrive." The driver parked the car at the Welfare Lottery Redemption Center. "Okay, thank you." At this moment, Lin Xian suddenly thought of something, leaned over, and asked through the car window, "Master, we are destined to meet today. May I ask your name?" The driver nodded amiably and slowly uttered 3 words, "Park Dawe." After saying that, he stepped on the accelerator and drove away. "Park Dawe, great path, great name." Lin Xian muttered to himself, put on the Monkey King mask and walked into the Redemption Center hall. A female staff member in her 30s received him and asked with a smile, "What prize are you here to claim?" Lin Xian reached into his trouser pocket and took out a thick stack of lottery tickets and placed them on the table. Chapter 15: The first person in lottery winning history. Behind the dark brown desk, Zhong Mai was dazed as she looked at the thick stack of lottery tickets in front of her. Her face showed a bit of surprise. It took her a long time to react, and she looked at the man opposite wearing the Monkey King mask. "Sir, are you sure these are the winning lottery tickets?" "Yes," Lin Xian said as he looked at the sweet and mature-looking woman opposite him. "You have so many winning lottery tickets. I need to consult my superiors. Let me ask you one last time, are these all winning lottery tickets? It is illegal to falsify a winning ticket. I know these are real winning lottery tickets, not fake ones." "Okay, I'll call the director now." After saying that, Zhong Mai picked up the landline phone beside her and dialed a number. "Hello. Director, it's me, Xiao Zhong. A gentleman brought a stack of lottery tickets to claim the prize. Even if they are all 6th-place prizes, the amount is still staggering. Do you have time to come to my office now?" After hanging up the phone, Zhong Mai pointed to the sofa opposite the desk and said, "Please sit down." Lin Xian sat down. About 5 minutes later, a middle-aged man in a suit, with a stern face and thick glasses, walked in from outside. Zhong Mai stood up immediately. "Kindness." The man called the director nodded, glanced at the lottery tickets on the table, narrowed his eyes slightly, then looked at Lin Xian and asked, "What's your name, sir?" "Mr. Lin, my name is Sun Hongguang. You said these are the winning lottery tickets, right?" "Yes." "Then let me check it out." "Director Sun, please do as you please." Sun Hongguang picked up the lottery tickets on the table and checked them one by one. About a minute later, his facial expression changed slightly, his eyes narrowed slightly, and he seemed to be muttering to himself, "This includes all the double color ball prizes a person can win. After tax, the total is approximately 28,617,950 yuan." Zhong Mai whispered softly, with an expression of extreme shock on her face. After seeing these lottery tickets, she immediately called Sun Hongguang. She didn't look at them carefully, and now she was very surprised to hear what the director said. If these lottery tickets are real, then Mr. Lin would be the first person in the history of welfare lottery winners. Sun Hongguang looked at Lin Xian with sharp eyes. "Mr. Lin, please don't think Xiao Zhong is making a big deal out of nothing. There have been people who have claimed a jackpot lottery ticket, only to find out after verification that it was a self-photoshopped image. There are many such people. If these lottery tickets are real, then you will create a historical record for welfare lottery. If they are fake, your behavior is considered counterfeiting lottery tickets, which is illegal. Forging lottery tickets is a crime of fraud. According to Article 266 of the Criminal Law, if a person, for the purpose of illegal possession, uses fictitious facts or conceals the truth to defraud a large amount of public or private property, he shall be sentenced to fixed-term imprisonment of not more than 3 years, criminal detention or public surveillance, and shall be fined or fined alone. If the amount is especially huge or there are other especially serious circumstances, the offender shall be sentenced to more than 10 years in prison or life imprisonment, and may also be fined or have his property confiscated. After listening to Sun Hongguang's words, Lin Xian nodded and said, "I know that these lottery tickets are real and valid." Sun Hongguang looked at Lin Xian deeply, then nodded and said, "Okay, please fill out a winning registration form first. Please show your ID." Lin Xian took out his ID card, and after Sun Hongguang confirmed it, he began to fill out the form. After filling out the form, Sun Hongguang said, Please follow me to check the lottery ticket. Lin Shen followed behind Sun Hongguang. A minute later, Sun Hongguang stopped in front of a room on the first floor and said to a man in his early 30s inside, "Xiao Liu, check your ticket." "Okay, director." Xiao Liu took the lottery ticket and was shocked as soon as he took it. Then he looked at Sun Hongguang. After seeing the latter nod, he began to check the ticket with great shock. There were 5 other technicians in the room. After seeing this scene, they all looked over. They had never seen such a scene before. Sun Hongguang tensed his body, ready to catch the person who might have forged the lottery ticket at any time. He used to be a soldier and continued to exercise after retiring, so he is in very good physical condition. Xiao Liu's voice uttered slowly, with a slight tremor in it, "It's true." Then he picked up the next one. "Real. So is this one." As Xiao Liu's voice continued to be heard, Sun Hongguang's clenched fists gradually relaxed. He looked at the man wearing the Monkey King mask again, feeling a little shocked. How lucky this person is. One person won all the double color ball prizes at the same time. I'm afraid there's no one else on the entire earth who has such luck. No, there is one, and that is the man himself. Facing Sun Hongguang's gaze, Lin Shen's expression behind the mask remained very calm from beginning to end. By the time the last lottery ticket was authenticated, Xiao Liu's voice was filled with tears of excitement. "These lottery tickets are all real." There was an uproar in the room, and everyone looked at Lin Shen with envy in their eyes. This kind of luck must have taken 10 lifetimes to accumulate. Sun Hongguang was worthy of being the director. He quickly recovered from his shock and extended his right hand to Lin Shen. "Mr. Lin, congratulations." Lin Shen extended his hand and the two shook hands. Afterwards, under the supervision of technical and financial personnel, Xiao Liu entered the ticket information into the computer again. The prize data was first confirmed by the financial staff of the Welfare Lottery Redemption Center, and then handed over to Lin Shen for confirmation. After Lin Shen confirmed that everything was correct, Sun Hongguang said that the next step would be the tax payment stage. The tax payment stage is when the winners need to pay personal occasional income tax. The financial staff calculates the amount of tax to be deducted and the actual prize money to be received, and issues tax invoices and checks respectively, and issues tax withholding certificate. The tax authority and the withholding party stamp the form, and then the recipient signs it. Lin Shen signed the document neatly. At this time, Zhong Mai walked up to Lin Shen and said with a smile, "Mr. Lin, congratulations. Every winner can be interviewed when they receive their prize. Of course, we don't force you to refuse an interview. Do you want to be interviewed?" "An interview?" Lin Shen thought for a moment, then said cheerfully, "Okay, let's interview him." Hearing Lin Shen's answer, Zhong Mai smiled and said, "Then I will go and inform the media now. Please wait in my office first." Not long after, an ordinary-looking female reporter wearing a white long dress and a bun and a photographer in his early 40s came to Zhong Mei's office. "You must be Mr. Lin, right? My name is Zhao Shenshen, and I'm a reporter for the Lottery News Network." "Hello," Lin Shen said. After the two sides exchanged pleasantries for a while, Zhao Shenshen asked Lin Shen, "Mr. Lin, how did you win such a big prize? Do you usually study the lottery?" "I don't do any research. I've never done any research before. I just buy things casually." When Lin Shen said this, everyone in the room was shocked. Chapter 16, the topic sweeping the entire internet. "Yeah, I haven't studied it either." Lin Shen said it calmly, but it sounded like thunder to everyone's ears. "This is too Versailles. Are you going to let us live?" Zhao Shenshen calmed herself down and said, "Then, Mr. Lin, what do you plan to do with this money? Do you have a financial plan?" "I don't have any financial plans. I plan to use this money for food, drink, and entertainment. I want to eat, wear, and use the best things. Didn't Li Bai say, when life is good, you should enjoy it to the fullest? Don't let the golden cup face the moon in vain. If you just have fun, it's over." Lin Shen's answer made Zhao Shenshen feel a little helpless. She had interviewed some lottery winners before, and everyone spoke in a very lofty way, but this Mr. Lin was very down-to-earth. Zhao Shenshen breathed a sigh of relief, calmed herself down, and continued, "Mr. Lin, this is not a small amount of money. If you use it all for food, drink, and entertainment, what will you do when it's all gone?" Zhao Shenshen wanted to remind Lin Shen to manage his finances and not to spend blindly because of the huge wealth he had gained temporarily. She had seen many people who squandered money after winning the lottery and ended up falling back into poverty. Once it's spent, it's spent. Money is just a number to me. I'm not interested in money at all. Lin Shen's words made everyone present look at each other in surprise. Zhao Shenshen forced a smile and said, "That's all my questions. Thank you for accepting the interview." Lin Shen stood up and walked out the door. Zhao Shenshen looked at his back and thought to herself, if pretending to be cool is against the law, this person should have his entire clan executed. Lin Shen walked out of the lottery redemption hall, went to a secluded corner, took off his mask, looked at the check in his hand and smiled slightly, then walked to the nearest China construction bank to open an account and redeem the prize money. After doing all this, Lin Shen took a taxi home. I guess Miss Yang has already prepared dinner and is waiting for me. At this time, the press release of Zhao Xuanxuan's interview with Lin Shen had been posted on the homepage of the Lottery News Network. The title of the article is, "The First Person in the History of Welfare Lottery Winnings. One person won the first, second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth prizes." Less than 5 minutes after this article was published, many lottery players saw it, their eyes widened in shock, and they forwarded the news one after another. For a time, this article was all over major social media platforms such as WeChat Moments, QQ Space, Weibo, Zhihu, and Tushiro. Weibo was directly on the hot search, and the hot search was just 2 words, welfare lottery. The number of readings instantly reached 5 million, and the number of readings increased by more than 100,000 per second. Every user who read the article was surprised that there really was such a lucky child in the world. They left messages one after another. Zhihu also started discussing the topic. What do you think about a lottery player named Lin who won the first, second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth prizes of the double color ball at the same time? Most of the netizens' responses below were shock and envy. Some people also expressed their jealousy. Hey, what's so difficult about this? I can do it too. Ouch, I can smell the sour smell even through the screen. Are you the reincarnation of lemon spirit? How sour! If you want to win such a big prize, even if your ancestral grave smokes, it won't be enough. A nuclear explosion in your ancestral grave will almost do the trick. The comment section is like a melee among keyboard warriors. There are also many answers that analyze from a mathematical perspective. This piece of news also became popular on Kuaishou short videos, and directly ranked first on the hot list. Ranked second on the hot list is a female celebrity who has been married for 8 years and gave birth to her first child. Netizens were paying attention to the female star's postpartum care and nursing care just a second ago, but now they focused their attention on this lucky son. The nickname Son of Luck began to become popular on the internet, and netizens were no longer satisfied with just calling Mr. Lin a lucky fish. Netizens started to make fun of it. At this time, some online shop owners who keep up with current affairs and are quick-witted put on their shelves the Monkey King mask that Lin Shen wore when he received the award, as well as the black sweatpants and white t-shirt that Lin Shen wore. And on the product details page, it is specially written in large letters that it is the same style as the Son of Fortune. The products put on the shelves by these quick-eyed and quick-handed merchants are sold out in an instant. The vast majority of buyers are lottery players who want to increase their luck in this way. Many public accounts began to publish articles related to the grand prize. For a time, Lin Shen's winning of the prize became the headlines of major websites with extremely high popularity. Many people began to analyze who this man surnamed Lin was, trying to find out who was the luckiest man on earth. These people would never imagine that Lin Shen's incredible luck was achieved by spending money on in-game currency. Many people began to wait outside the Welfare Lottery Redemption Center. After Sun Hongguang and Zhong Maimai came out, many people came forward to inquire about the identity of the winner named Lin. Of course, the two of them could not reveal Lin Shen's true identity and told people to be rational and calm. But these crazy lottery players didn't care at all. They all wanted to find out the real identity of the man surnamed Lin and then ask him for advice. Faced with these people's unreasonable behavior, Sun Hongguang directly called the police, and when the police arrived, they took them away directly. When other people learned about this, they no longer dared to cause trouble. At this time, the protagonist who triggered a series of events, the man named Lin who won the lottery, was taking a nice bath. After eating the delicious lunch made by Yang Zehon, he took a nap in the afternoon. After waking up, he took a shower and was unaware of what was happening outside. After taking a shower, Lin Shen went to the living room and turned on the TV. He randomly changed the channels and found that 5 out of 10 TV stations were selling various health products. Only then did he see the news pushed by various platforms. After reading around, he was slightly surprised. Oh my God, the Weibo readership has already reached 370 million. It's really popular. Lin Xian read some posts analyzing the true identity of the winner, but did not find any valuable analysis. They were all nonsense, and then asked netizens to follow him. He laughed out loud when he saw the news that some people gathered at the door of the Lottery Redemption Center, surrounded Sun Hongguan, forced him to call the police, and then were taken away. These people are really crazy. They don't even consider where they are. I'm afraid they think the law doesn't apply to everyone. Now they can't get away with causing trouble. Lin Xian watched several funny events caused by his winning the lottery. At this moment, someone in the high school class group, who had not spoken for a long time, spoke. Pan Mingyu, dear students, do you all have time tomorrow? Let's have a class reunion. We haven't seen each other for a long time and I miss you so much. I'll treat you. After Lin Xian graduated from high school, he set the class group to do not disturb messages. Pan Mingyu is the class monitor. He is a rich second generation and now runs his own company. I heard that he is doing quite well. After the squad leader spoke, many people responded. Yes, we haven't seen each other for a long time, so we should get together. The sports committee member, Yu Yongquan, Pan Mingyu's follower when he was in school, said in a voice message. That's right, I fully support holding a class reunion. Study committee member, said Cai Jolie, another follower of Pan Mingyu. Then several more students responded. Lin Xian took a look and found that only those who were doing well now responded to Pan Mingyu's words, while the others who were not doing so well remained silent. Lin Xian found this kind of class reunion boring. Nowadays, class reunions are nothing more than showing off work, cars, wives, boyfriends, girlfriends, and children. Class reunions have changed and become a show-off gathering. Lin Xian was about to exit WeChat when he saw Pan Mingyu send a text message. Oh, and the class reunion can't be without the celebrities from our school. It doesn't matter who comes, but you have to come. Chapter 17, Man of the Hour. As soon as Pan Mingyu said this, Yang Baodong immediately followed. Right, Lin Xian, you can't not come. You were a very famous person in school back then, a very famous person. The things you did are still deeply engraved in my mind. Yu Yongquan, yeah, what you did back then, Lin Xian, was really sensational. You pulled the principal's pants down in front of everyone, ha 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 ha. As soon as these words were spoken, some people who had been lurking in the group came out. When Lin Xian saw everyone talking, the scenes of his school days emerged in his mind. One day in the second semester of high school, during physical education class, Lin Xian's class 1, class 3, class 7, and class 8 were having free time when the principal happened to come over. The students naturally greeted the principal one after another. After saying hello, the principal turned and left. When Lin Xian saw it, he immediately picked it up and ran quickly to catch up with the principal. Just as he caught up with the principal, the toe of his right foot accidentally touched a stone and he tripped. At the moment he was tripped, Lin Xian subconsciously reached forward with his right hand and happened to grab the principal's pants. The next moment, with a swish, the middle-aged straight male principal's underwear was completely exposed to everyone's sight. 3 classes and more than 150 students would never have imagined that the principal had such a lovely heart hidden under his rough appearance. The pattern is Doraemon. The playground became completely silent. Everyone seemed to have forgotten to breathe, staring at the principal without blinking. Lin Xian looked up at Pikachu and murmured, "Principal, your wallet." The principal did not turn around. He slowly pulled up his pants, stretched his right arm behind his body, took the wallet from Lin Xian's hand, and put it into his right trouser pocket in slow motion. Then he strode off the playground. When the principal left, the playground erupted in deafening laughter, which seemed to swallow the sky. Ha 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 ha. The physical education teacher told the students to shut up and not laugh at the principal, but the students didn't care and continued talking enthusiastically. Some boys lifted Lin Xian high up, and more than 100 people applauded him at the same time. Just now, Lin Xian created an epic joke for the school that may exist for several years or even more than 10 years. This joke will definitely be widely circulated among students from generation to generation and eventually become a family joke. This incident instantly increased Lin Xian's popularity and made him a celebrity in the school. The principal took 3 days leave for personal reasons. 3 days later, the principal returned to school and saw that his classmates had changed his pants from sweatpants to jeans, and the steel buckle on his belt was shining. Since then, the principal has never worn pants without a belt again. At this moment, Lin Xian thought of this and smiled slightly. The class group became active again after a long time. Everyone was talking about Lin Shen, thinking about that incident while chatting. After some thought, Lin Shen decided to attend the class reunion and responded, "I will go." After finishing this voice message, Lin Shen began to search online for clothes to wear to attend the class reunion tomorrow. At the same time, Pan Mingyu's home is on the 16th floor of Century Garden, which costs 82,000 yuan per square meter. Pan Mingyu, who was wearing a white LV t-shirt and black printed pants, narrowed his bean-sized eyes on his square face and smiled when he saw Lin Shen answer that he would participate. He always disliked Lin Shen when he was in school. Lin Shen is not only a good student and handsome, but also very popular in school, which makes him the leader of the class. Even less popular, he was very jealous of Lin Shen, but he could not learn as well as Lin Shen, and his appearance was natural. He wanted to be in the spotlight but didn't know how to do it. The only thing that made him superior to Lin Shen was his financial strength. He was a rich second generation and had money. But in high school, money is useless. Now that we have entered society, our economic strength determines our social status. Lin Shen performed poorly in the college entrance examination and was admitted to a junior college like Pan Mingyu. When Pan Mingyu heard the news, he danced with excitement. Afterwards, Pan Mingyu relied entirely on his blood relationship with his father to obtain a loan of 100 million yuan with no interest or principal and started a company. As the saying goes, good news doesn't travel far, but bad news travels far and wide. Pan Mingyu also learned that Lin Shen's company had gone bankrupt and his girlfriend had abandoned him. Pan Mingyu was even happier now. He wanted to vent his anger on Lin Shen by holding a class reunion to avenge the time when he was suppressed by Lin Shen in school. He sent a voice message, "Okay, I'll decide the location. See you tomorrow at 4 p.m. After sending this voice message, Pan Mingyu immediately clicked on a pinned friend with 2 pink hearts as the annotation. Cough cough. Pan Mingyu cleared his throat and said in a very gentle tone, "Xiao Tingting, are you there?" After sending it, he stared at the phone screen. But 1 minute passed, 3 minutes passed, 5 minutes passed, and Xiao Tingting still didn't reply. He sent another message, "Xiao Tingting, are you there? I have something to talk to you about." This time, Xiao Tingting replied very quickly, with only 1 line of text, "Taking a shower, let's chat later." When Pan Mingyu saw Xiao Tingting reply to him, his heart suddenly became as happy as a flower blooming in spring. He immediately said, Okay, I'll wait for you." At this time, Xiao Tingting was lying on the bed in the apartment. After listening to the voice message from Pan Mingyu, a hint of impatience appeared on his face. "This Pan Mingyu is so annoying, always harassing me, it's so annoying." Pan Mingyu was once the top brother in Xiao Tingting's live broadcast room, but now this throne has long been given to the lonely Shen, President Shen. Pan Mingyu didn't know how many private messages he sent to Xiao Tingting before the latter agreed to add him on WeChat. If it weren't for Mr. Shen, Xiao Tingting would still be polite to Pan Mingyu, but now that she has Mr. Shen, a rich man, she can no longer be ambiguous with Pan Mingyu. When the two of them were arguing with each other in the live broadcast room, Xiao Tingting had already decided which side to stand on. Xiao Tingting thought that if she had too close contact with Pan Mingyu and was found out by President Shen, he would definitely be angry. He was so rich and could find anyone he wanted. When the time came and she lost President Shen as her big financial backer, she would have no choice but to rely on Pan Mingyu. However, Pan Mingyu's appearance is really not very presentable. He has a pair of green bean-sized eyes on his big face, which looks funny no matter how you look at it. Look at Mr. Shen, he is handsome and rich, he is my Prince Charming. Thinking of this, a lonely look appeared on Xiao Tingting's face. Send a WeChat message to President Shen. Xiao Tingting clicked on the note to pin the super-rich Prince Charming as a friend, cleared her throat, and said in her sweetest voice, "Mr. Shen, are you there?" Mr. Shen replied immediately, "I'm taking a shower, let's talk later." When Xiao Tingting saw this line of text, she was overjoyed and said quickly, Okay, I'll wait for you." Chapter 18 Money Triumphs Over Principles. This little Tingting is quite clingy. Lin Shen muttered to himself after sending the text. "I haven't watched her live broadcast in the past few days, and I haven't given her any gifts. She must be anxious. Let her wait and watch the live broadcast after she's done with her work." Lin Shen was choosing clothes online to wear to a class reunion. After searching around, he found that non-suit clothes would cost at most 10,000 or 20,000 yuan, and he didn't like wearing suits. At this moment, Lin Shen suddenly had an idea. Wouldn't it be better to just find a designer to design the clothes? Thinking of this, Lin Xian immediately searched the internet for the most famous designer at the moment. The most famous designer means that the clothes designed by him are also the most expensive. After all, they are privately customized by top designers. After some research, Lin Xian learned that the most popular designer at the moment was named Zhu Qiuxue. Zhu Qiuxue, 35 years old, is extremely talented and has won the Golden Roof Award, the highest award in China, International Fashion Design, the Council of Fashion Designers of America Award, the Vogue Award and the Coach Special Award. It can be said that she is a talented designer. She can use any element to design clothing and currently enjoys great international fame. Lin Xian decided to let Zhu Qiuxue design clothes for him. He clicked on Zhu Qiuxue's personal website homepage and contacted her assistant. After some communication, Lin Xian paid a meeting fee of 30,000 yuan. The heirs are linked to fame. Since he is the hottest designer at the moment, you have to pay even if you just want to meet him once. 30,000 yuan for a 15-minute meeting. According to online news, Zhu Qiuxue has her own principles when designing clothes for people. That is, if the appearance or figure does not meet her requirements, she will not design for them even if she is paid a lot of money. This principle has been criticized by many people, some of whom believe that Zhu Qiuxue's move is discriminating against certain people. In response to these people's criticisms, Zhu Qiuxue said her famous saying, "An ugly person also wants to wear haute couture." As soon as this statement was made, it can be said that it offended the vast majority of people on Earth. Many people insulted her, but she continued to do her own thing and didn't care about what others thought of her. Lin Xian thought this woman had a very interesting personality. The next day, at 9 o'clock in the morning, the German kitchen knife that Lin Xian bought online for 610,000 yuan was delivered. After he opened it and took a look, he found that it was indeed very good. Yang Zihon, who was cutting apples in the kitchen, saw the kitchen knife in Lin Xian's hand, and a light flashed in her calm eyes. "Is this Nesmuk Jahrhundert Messer 2010? Lin Xian handed the kitchen knife to Yang Zihon. "You can use this one from now on. Just use it normally. Don't take too much care of it. If it breaks or doesn't work well, tell me and I'll buy you another one. Only a kitchen knife like this can match your knife skills and cooking skills." Yang Zihon held the kitchen knife and looked at Lin Xian with a smile on her face, smiling faintly. Lin Xian's heart started pounding again and he quickly left the kitchen. If he stayed any longer, he would definitely lose his mind. The smile of the icy beauty is 10,000 times more lethal than this kitchen knife. At 10 o'clock sharp, the doorbell rang. "Hello, who are you?" Yang Zihon asked the woman in her 30s who was wearing a green gradient straight skirt, had short black hair and a pretty face. "My name is Zhu Qiuxue. I'm a fashion designer. Are you Mr. Lin's?" "I am Mr. Lin's live-in nanny." Yang Zihon replied. Zhu Qiuxue's eyes widened when she heard this, and she said in surprise, "So beautiful. Thank you for the compliment." Yang Zihon's face remained calm. Zhu Qiuxue was speaking the truth. When a woman admits that another woman is beautiful, it means that the woman is really beautiful. At this time, Lin Xian, who had finished eating the fruit and wiping his mouth, saw Zhu Qiuxue and said with a smile, "Miss Zhu is here, please come in." Yang Zihon made way and Zhu Qiuxue entered the room. Although Zhu Qiuxue is a fashion designer, she also has certain attainments in interior design. When she saw the interior decoration of the house, she was amazed. She really liked this retro style. "Zihan, go cut a plate of fruit." Just now when Lin Xian was eating fruit, Yang Zihon told him that he didn't need to call her Miss Yang anymore. She was a nanny, and being called that made her sound like the owner. Lin Xian felt that what Yang Zihon said made sense, so he said that he would just call her by her name from then on. She nodded in agreement. As he approached Zhu Qiuxue, Lin Xian smelled a faint sweet scent of osmanthus, which was very pleasant. "Mr. Lin, let me measure your size now. After all, we only have 15 minutes. Zhu Qiuxue regained her strong woman look. Zhu Qiuxue took out a tape measure and began to measure Lin Xian's body. Her speed was so fast that Lin Xian was a little dazzled. 1 minute later, Zhu Qiuxue put away the measuring tape, looked at Lin Xian, and said, "Mr. Lin, when you communicated with my assistant yesterday, I believe you have heard my principles." Lin Xian nodded. "Mr. Lin, I'm sorry, your appearance meets the criteria of being handsome, but your figure does not. Your figure is not of golden proportions, so I cannot tailor clothes for you." The golden ratio. It was the first time that Lin Xian heard of the golden ratio of body shape. Yes, with the navel as the dividing line, the ratio of the upper and lower body should be 5 to 8, which conforms to the golden ratio law. The perfect body shape for a man should be that his chest circumference is half of his height and his waist circumference is 20 centimeters smaller than his chest circumference. The hip circumference is 4 centimeters larger than the chest circumference, the thigh circumference is 10 centimeters smaller than the waist circumference, the calf circumference is 20 centimeters smaller than the thigh circumference, the ankle circumference is 10 centimeters smaller than the calf circumference, the upper arm circumference is equal to half of the thigh circumference, the neck circumference is equal to the calf circumference, and the shoulder width is equal to half of the chest circumference minus 4 centimeters. A man who meets all of the above requirements is a man with a perfect body. When Lin Xian heard these words, he thought that the number of people on Earth who could meet these requirements was probably even smaller than that of rare protected animals. At this time, Lin Xian asked, "Ms. Zhu, how much do you charge for designing a piece of clothing for someone?" Zhu Choshua stopped short of taking a step and said, 300,000. "I'll give you 1,000,000. Lin Xian extended his left index finger. Zhu Choshua narrowed her eyes upon hearing this, a look of displeasure appearing on her face. "Mr. Lin, this is my principle." Lin Xian extended his middle finger. Zhu Choshua's unhappy expression turned into anger. "Mr. Lin, I said this is my principle, please don't insult it." 5 million. Before Zhu Choshua could finish her words, Lin Xian casually extended the other 3 fingers. These 3 words stopped Zhu Choshua in her tracks and she fell silent. Lin Xian knew she was thinking and didn't disturb her. This is a contest between principles and money. Lin Xian believes that money will definitely defeat principles. Money can accomplish anything. If it doesn't get done, it's because the money isn't there. Zhu Choshua clenched her fists tightly, 2 thoughts clashing violently in her mind. At this time, Yang Zehon put the cut fruit platter on the table. Lin Xian sat down and started eating with a relaxed look on his face. When he was eating the 3rd piece, Zhu Choshua's soft voice reached his ears. "When will the delivery be?" "Good." Lin Xian didn't even look at Zhu Choshua. He had already expected this result. Money can crush everything, including principles. Chapter 19 Class Reunion. At 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Zhu Choshua knocked on Lin Xian's door. She brought a grey t-shirt and a pair of black sweatpants. "Mr. Lin, please put it on and try it on." Lin Xian nodded, took the t-shirt and pants from Zhu Choshua, and went back to the bedroom on the 2nd floor to change. "It's a bit ordinary, isn't 5 million a bit of a waste?" Lin Xian looked at the clothes and pants in his hands. "Forget it, let's try it on first." He felt that this was too simple, and he began to suspect that Zhu Choshua had cut corners. However, when he changed into a t-shirt and sweatpants, an unprecedented sense of comfort extended from the outside to the inside. "This feeling is so wonderful." Lin Xian was very surprised and went downstairs to Zhu Choshua. "Mr. Lin, are you comfortable wearing this? If you feel uncomfortable anywhere, I can correct it for you on the spot." On the way here just now, she had completely figured it out. People who can live in the Dowley official residence are not ordinary people. If she can gain Mr. Lin's favor, it may help her future development. Therefore, she put on another face at this time. "It's very comfortable, and makes me feel refreshed." "What's going on?" Zhu Choshua smiled and explained, "Mr. Lin, this is the effect of the fabric. I used Holland Shiri fabric for this dress, one of the most expensive fabrics in the world. It was produced using shuttle weaving technology to create the world's first 100% finely woven fabric. 170 years ago, it was exclusively used by high-end fashion manufacturers in Paris." Lin Xian showed an expression of sudden enlightenment after hearing this and said, "I see, that's why it's so comfortable to wear. As long as you are satisfied." "I'm very satisfied. It's worth the money, even better than the price. Ms. Zhu is indeed an internationally renowned designer." "You flatter me." Zhu Choshua smiled slightly. Lin Xian discovered that when Zhu Choshua smiled, she had 2 dimples. These dimples temporarily reduced her aura of a strong woman and made her look a little cute. "Mr. Lin, can I add your WeChat? This way, if you need clothing designed, I can be there anytime." Lin Xian looked at Zhu Choshua deeply and thought that everyone's attitude towards him had changed after he became rich, and everything was so beautiful. He smiled and said, "Of course." The 2 added each other on WeChat. Lin Xian asked Zhu Choshua to send him her bank card number and then transferred 5 million to her. "Then I won't bother you anymore. I'll take my leave now." Lin Xian went to the bedroom mirror and took a look, and found that his overall temperament had indeed improved a little. This is the power of design. This internationally renowned designer really has something. When Lin Shen was admiring himself, someone spoke in the group. Pan Mingyu, classmates, the venue is set at private room 888 of Hanfu Restaurant. See you at 4 o'clock. As soon as he sent this message, the classmates group exploded. Yu Yongquan, wow! Hanfu Restaurant. This is a high-end restaurant with an average cost of 4,000 to 10,000 yuan per person. Mr. Pan is very generous. Cai Jolie, the squad leader is the squad leader. This is a huge gift. I would be disrespectful to refuse it. Others also started discussing it. Lin Shen knew about the Hanfu Restaurant, which was very famous and ranked among the best in Shanghai. Hanfu Restaurant has invested more than 30 million yuan, and its main feature is the reproduction of the decoration and dishes from the heyday of the Tang dynasty. Lin Shen summed it up in just 4 words, very cool. He felt that eating in this kind of restaurant was no longer just about the food, but about the quality of the food. The higher the quality, the higher the price. After straightening his clothes, Lin Shen went out and took a taxi to Han Mansion Restaurant. Soon, the taxi stopped in front of Hanfu Restaurant. Lin Shen got out of the car, walked into the restaurant, and walked along a replica path to private room 888. When I opened the door, I found 5 people already sitting at the round table. Cai Jolie, Yu Yongquan, Zhao Zeng, Jiang Yusin, and Lung Ruobing. No one was sitting in the most honorable middle seat at the table. Lin Shen knew that it was reserved for Pan Mingyu. The 5 people were chatting. When they heard the door open, they looked up at the same time. When they found it was Lin Shen, they spoke one after another. Cai Jolie, who was wearing a blue suit and had freckles on his face, was the first to speak. Hey, Lin Shen. The other 4 greeted Lin Shen. Lin Shen discovered that everyone seemed to have changed a lot, yet also seemed to have remained the same. Yu Yongquan, wearing a green t-shirt, still had a dark face. Zhao Zeng, who had always been taciturn, still didn't like to talk. Liang Ruobing in a white long dress is still 1.5 meters tall, and Jiang Yusin in a black deep V suspender is still as curvy as ever. Lin Shen glanced at the 5 people one by one, and stayed on Jiang Yusin the longest, not for any other reason, just because he liked to look at the sea. The immaturity and youthfulness on everyone's face has disappeared, and they have all become mature. Lin Shen thought that it was normal for there to be some changes since they hadn't seen each other for 5 years. After greeting the 5 people, Lin Shen walked directly to the main seat in the middle of the door. Yu Yongquan, who was sitting on the left side of the main seat, immediately spoke up after seeing Lin Shen's actions. Lin Shen, this is the class monitor's seat, please sit somewhere else. Lin Shen stopped, looked at the seat, looked at Yu Yongquan, and then looked at the other 4 people. Then he sat directly in the main seat. Yu Yongquan, 5 years have passed, and you are still so loyal to Pan Mingyu. Lin Shen's voice contained a hint of mockery. What did you say? After hearing this, Yu Yongquan immediately stood up and looked at Lin Shen angrily. The reason why Lin Shen came to this class reunion today was to vent his anger. At the beginning, Pan Mingyu and others always mentioned in class, intentionally or unintentionally, that Lin Shen was an orphan, saying that he was doomed and that they should stay away from him. This caused his classmates to start isolating him, even when he became a school celebrity. Yu Yongquan and Cai Jolie obey Pan Mingyu completely, so they are always the first to mock Lin Shen. At that time, Lin Shen lived in inferiority every day. He told his teacher that Pan Mingyu took the lead in isolating him, but the teacher always evaded the question by saying that he was being too suspicious. Lin Shen knew that the teacher did not dare to offend Pan Mingyu. One is a wealthy and powerful second-generation rich man, and the other is a poor orphan. There is no need to think too much about which side to stand on. At this moment, the atmosphere in the private room suddenly became tense. Yu Yongquan's dark face suddenly turned red. Lin Shen raised his head, looked directly at Yu Yongquan, and said, "Is Pan Mingyu's name written on this spot? If it's not written, then it doesn't matter who sits there, right?" Lin Shen used to be very sensitive and self-conscious. He would never talk back to anyone who said anything to him. He was a real punching bag. But how did he become like this now? Completely opposite to before. Seeing that Lin Shen really didn't want to stand up, Yu Yongquan said, "Lin Shen, I don't know what's wrong with you, but I warn you." "You warned your mother." Before Yongquan could finish his words, Lin Shen interrupted him. "Do you think you are a policeman? Whom shall I warn?" Although Lin Shen's tone was relaxed, his words were full of aggression. The other 4 were stunned, and they all stared at Lin Shen blankly. When did Lin Xian become so courageous? Yu Yongquan was stunned at first, but his face turned even redder when he realized what was happening. He felt that his self-esteem had been greatly insulted. I was actually scolded by Lin Xian? Being a punching bag? Yu Yongquan was about to attack in anger, but Jiang Yusin spoke up in time. Yu Yongquan, what do you want to do? We are all classmates, are you really going to fight? And Lin Xian, your tone is a bit harsh. Today is a class reunion, a happy day. Isn't it better to be friendly and harmonious? Upon hearing this, Yu Yongquan opened his clenched fist and glared at Lin Xian fiercely. Lin Xian had an indifferent expression on his face. If Yu Yongquan had dared to attack him, he would have slapped Yu Yongquan's head on the table without waiting for his fist to hit him. After he added 2 points of physical fitness, his body's reaction speed became faster. Yu Yongquan sat down angrily. Lin Xian glanced at his phone and saw it was already 4:10. He knew that Pan Mingyu must be late on purpose to show off his superior status. Just as I finished thinking this, the door was pushed open and a man wearing a black LV t-shirt and black pants came in. As soon as Pan Mingyu came in, he said quickly, "Oh my, I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm so sorry. Something happened at the company, so I'm late. You guys have been here for a long time, right?" Although he said this, there was no trace of apology on his face. When Yu Yongquan and Cai Jolie saw that it was Pan Mingyu, they immediately stood up with smiles on their faces. Yu Yongquan's expression changed into a flattering smile. No, I just got here. You are a very busy person. Being 10 minutes late is not late at all. Cai Jolie also said, yes, I just came. Pan Mingyu was about to speak when he heard a voice from the other side. I've been here for 25 minutes already, and I arrived after those 5 people. Shouldn't you be fined 1 drink for being late? Lin Xian, the only one in the room who did not stand up, said. Pan Mingyu looked towards the source of the voice. When he saw Lin Xian sitting in the main seat, his eyes narrowed and he said with a forced smile, Lin Xian, are you sitting in the wrong seat? As soon as he finished speaking, Yu Yongquan whispered in his ear, Mr. Pan, I've already told him about this, but he didn't listen to me and insisted on sitting in your seat. Lin Xian chuckled, lowered his head to look at his butt, and deliberately shouted loudly, Pan Mingyu? Pan Mingyu? He raised his head and spread his hands. I'm so sorry, squad leader, if it doesn't answer, this seat probably isn't yours. Pan Mingyu was very angry at this moment, but he suppressed his anger and said through gritted teeth, You're right, it's not my seat. You can sit there. I'm late. I'll have a drink as a punishment after the food is served. Yu Yongquan pulled out a chair and Pan Mingyu sat down on it. Then the waiter started serving the dishes. When all the dishes were served, Pan Mingyu punished himself with a glass of beer. He then looked at Lin Xian with a playful smile. Lin Xian, I haven't seen you for 5 years. You've changed a lot. Not only your temperament, but also your courage has grown. Lin Xian picked up a bite of food and nodded. Yes, 5 years is enough time for a person to make a big change. Pan Mingyu took a sip of wine and asked, Lin Xian, what do you do now? I heard the company you worked for went bankrupt. Upon hearing this, the others looked at Lin Xian. Lin Xian nodded, yes, the company did go bankrupt, and I don't have a job now. Hearing Lin Xian say this, a smile appeared on Yu Yongquan's face. Pan Mingyu didn't smile on his face, but he was very happy in his heart. Lin Xian, we're old classmates. Seeing you struggling like this, I feel bad. How about this? You come to my company and work as a cleaner. I'll pay you 1.5 times what other cleaners make. What do you think? After Pan Mingyu said this, Yu Yongquan and Cai Jolie laughed out loud, while Jiang Yusin and Liang Ruobing looked at Lin Xian with some sympathy. Lin Xian chuckled when he heard this. Squad leader, the conditions you offer me are too generous, but I don't want to work now. Pan Mingyu put on a serious expression. Lin Xian, I'm not saying anything bad about you, but you really can't go on like this. The most important thing you should do now is make money. If you were rich, would your girlfriend still run away with someone else? When these words came out, the others were surprised. They didn't expect Lin Xian to be so miserable. Not only did he lose his job, but his girlfriend also ran away with someone else. Pan Mingyu stared at Lin Xian. He wanted to see what expression would appear on Lin Xian's face after hearing these sarcastic words. He thought it would be very exciting, but to his surprise, Lin Xian's face was still extremely relaxed. Isn't that right? Why does he still look like this? Shouldn't this be the case? Lin Xian didn't take what Pan Mingyu said to heart at all. Compared with the wealth he has now, Pan Mingyu is not even as good as a beggar. It's not worth it for a dragon to fight with an ant. Seeing Lin Xian like this, Pan Mingyu decided to stimulate him again, so he said, "My girlfriend will be here soon, let her meet you." After hearing this, Yu Yongquan and Xiai Zholi immediately started praising him. Yu Yongquan, "Mr. Pan, your girlfriend must be very beautiful. You have good taste." Xiai Zholi also said, "I am particularly looking forward to it." Pan Mingyu smiled and said, "Of course. My girlfriend Tingting is a live broadcaster. Not only is she beautiful, but she also sings beautifully." Except for Lin Xian, everyone else let out a soft cry. Everyone thought that Pan Mingyu was worthy of his name. He must have spent a lot of money to be able to pursue the female anchor. Yu Yongquan was extremely envious. His current girlfriend was fat and ugly. If her family wasn't rich, he would not have fallen for that fat pig. Just as Pan Mingyu was talking about his girlfriend's various advantages, the door was pushed open. Wearing a light purple loose long skirt, a first love collarbone hairstyle, and a sweet appearance, people can't help but call her beauty at first sight. "Tingting, you're here." Pan Mingyu immediately stood up and looked at Xiao Tingting with a flattering smile. Xiao Tingting seemed not to hear Pan Mingyu's voice and looked around at everyone with an expressionless face. Yu Yongquan swallowed hard when he saw Xiao Tingting. This is so beautiful. It's completely different from that fat pig. Lin Xian felt a familiar feeling after seeing Xiao Tingting, and remembered it the next second. Little Tingting. The moment Lin Xian remembered, Xiao Tingting saw Lin Xian, and her expressionless face immediately turned into a happy smile.